Guys. So this is my first live. I am doing a pattern for quilting, which is foundation paper piecing, and it's the arrow. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. Just that. And I'm working with Rashida new line that's called To and Fro, which is really good. Her fabrics are really good for quilting. She is a quilter fabric designer. Right there. So I just have these little paper numbers to keep my stuff in order according to the pattern that I have, because I don't want to get confused. So I'm just pressing these out real quick, and then I'll do my pattern. So when you're doing foundation paper piecing, this is your wrong side in this. Well, it's your right side, but it's going to be your wrong side because you're going to be putting your fabric on this side. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to start off with 1. And so I want my fabric to connect to 1 to 2. So what I'm going to do is I just grab like a little cardboard and then I'm going to make a crease between the 1 and 2 to make a crease. If I can line my fabrics up like that. And then I'm just going to get a little Elmer glue that's washable. Just press a little bit on there. So I'm going to grab my number 1, which is this one right here. So I want to make sure that's like that. And you always want your fabric facing up like that. And so I'm just going to make sure that it's within the bracket of the 1. So I will have to move this over just a little bit. So basically I'm just putting my paper up to the light to make sure that it's within. Let's see. So like that. I'm just going to press that down. And now I need 2. So now I have to find my fabric number 2. Where is it? 6. Where is number 2 at? Oh, my number 2 is right here. So, so this is my number 2. So I'm going to face this down. So what I want to do next, I want to make sure that this is actually going to cover my whole number 2. So I'm just going to flip that over and then put this to the light to make sure like everything is flipped and within. So I will have to shift this over just a tad bit because I noticed that it's not covering what I need to cover. And my seam allowance is going to be 1/4. Okay. All right. Alright, so now that is on. So I'm just gonna grab this, take it to my machine, and I'm just gonna sew on the line right here, this black line. And I'm just gonna probably start a little bit like 1/4 from the beginning of that line. And when you're doing foundation paper piecing, you want to make sure your width of your stitch is at 1.8 since you are sewing on paper. And I'm just back stitching to secure my stitch. And you want to go 1/4 a little bit over too and back stitch. All right, so you have that. So I'm going to press that to this way, and I'm just going to use my also urn that I love, the little mini version. So this is how this is going to look so far. Hey Matt. Oh well, thank you. All right, so let's go into the next one. So I'm doing 3. So what I'm going to do, grab my little cardboard, put it on this side, and I'm just going to press this because I want it nice and even. So let's do like that, which is off just a little bit. So I'm gonna recrease that. So like if you have it off just a little bit, you just want to redo it because you want it to be like perfect. Or my line is perfect. All right. So now it's nice and flat. So now I'm gonna grab my number 3. So now go on this side. Oh, thank you. This is Rashida, new line, the to and fro. Every store have it. They should have it. If they don't, they missing out. I love her fabrics, especially the little people. I just love like the little people, just like the diversity of it, the hairstyles. I love it. I like it includes everybody in her fabrics. Okay, so I just need to shift this just a little bit. All right. All right, so that is perfect. So I'm just gonna flip this back, hold this where it won't shift while I put it on the sewing machine. Same thing, 1/4 from the beginning of the line, back stitch. Alright, so I'm just gonna flip this like that. Then I'm just gonna press this. Alright, so now I have 1, 2, 3. So now I'm gonna do 4. 4 is right here, so now I have to press this with my cardboard. So I'm going to press that. Just going to move that, remove those stitches. Make sure that's nice and straight, which it is. So I'm just going to grab my ruler. I like using my at 1/4 ruler. This is a really good ruler for foundation paper piecing. So if you are in and you actually do foundation paper piecing, this is a really good ruler. It's called at 1/4. Saving my scraps. Right. So now I need to find my number 4. So where is my number 4? That's my number 4. I need one of those. I'm gonna flip that. Just want to make sure it looks right. I want like all my stuff to look really nice. All right, let's see how that looks. Of course, let's just put this on the edge. Make sure that I'm giving myself enough allowance. Adding 4, which it is. And I'm just gonna hold that. Take this to the sewing machine. So Matt, what are you working on today? Alright. That is nice. That. Alright. So now I'm on to the next one. So now I'm on to 5. Same thing. Get the cardboard. So I need 5. Which is this? How am I doing for my first live by myself? Any pointers will like help. I'm not afraid of feedback, positive or negative. I'm all about growth. Let me test that out. All right. So the next one, I'm doing a 6, which is this one right here. So I'm just gonna get my cardboard again. Press that. I know, right? So much fun. You know how many people I met on TikTok and Instagram that have like common interests, and I never met none of these people day in my lives, but I feel like I know them. Like, is crazy. So I will have to seam rip this because this is not actually covering the piece that I need. I need it to go all the way, which I think I might have did the dimensions a little weird. So the only thing about foundation paper piecing when you seam rip, you gotta be very careful because you don't want to like tear the paper. So yeah, it's gonna be a little tricky trying to like unseam rip this out, which should be okay. Let's see. Mhm. Good afternoon. Why? Why does FEP make you nervous? It's not that bad. Once you get the hang of it and the groove of it, it's actually not that bad. The only thing that's bad about it is like what I'm doing right now. Like I have to seam rip this out because I like it wasn't quite going over the whole entire pattern that I wanted to do. So I just have to seam rip, but it's not that bad. But that's like part of the course though of like sewing. Like you're gonna have those days where you just have to seam rip. And I guess this is the day where I have the seam rip. But it's okay. It's not the end of the world, I guess. We all make mistakes. We are all human. So don't be too hard on yourself. Yeah, just start off with something very simple like economy block. If you're gonna do economy block, that's a very beginner friendly FPP. Okay, let's try this again and see. Hold this in place. Make sure it does not shift on me. Oh, gotcha. I can see that. Yeah, I could totally see that. That can make you nervous. Um, well, if you have any questions, you could like DM me, and I'll show you or tell you like how to guide your way through. I don't mind doing it for you. Okay, I'll be right back. I ran out of fabric, and my fabric is. I have to cut a piece. Okay, I'm back. I have to recut these. I think I cut them too small. Like I misread the instructions. So I guess I'll have to seam rip twice. Oh yeah. Do they is that like a free pattern or something? Or for the paper boat? Is out. Alright. Alright, back in business. So this is 6. So do I want to like that? I don't like that. This is flipped. But oh well. Trying to make sure like they all in like the right direction, but I don't think I cut them out correctly to be in the right directions. But that's fine. That's fine. I don't think I'm going to this is my first block, so I'm I guess figuring out the kinks of it. So I guess I'll get it eventually for my next block. Well, thank you. I'm trying. Yeah, it's my first time ever doing this pattern before, so I'm like helping out a friend. He has a quilt shop, and he was like, "Oh, can you like do a quilt top for me?" And I was like, "Sure, why not?" Because I never really done a quilt top for a store before, so I was like, "Well, how does that really work?" So, I quilt, so I was like, "Well, I'll see." So I hope he likes it. If not, I tried. Just doing placements to see how it looks. So Yeah. So how is everyone doing today on this good Saturday? All right. So this is the finished block. So I just have to cut the block. So I'm going to cut on the second line. So this is going to be my first block. To the other side. Yeah, it wasn't actually that bad, like doing this block. I think I just have to really think about my placements of the little people because they're not all going in like the same direction, which I guess is okay. But yeah, to me, it looks really good. So this is my block I just made. Yeah. So I think it looks nice. I'm gonna see if the store owner likes this block. That the little people are going in like little. They're not all going in the same directions, but we'll see. Yeah, I think I did pretty good. What you guys think? Do you like the block? all I wanted to do and test it out. And thank you guys for joining me. I had fun. See you guys later. Bye.